I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes.
It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go. 120!
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Check 52. Check 13. Check 13. Go.
Check. Crunch.
And bring it. Run.
On first down, Weathers. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check nickel. Tighten up. Check the backer. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Now a give, right side. Weathers, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz, he's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Hey, 74. Hey, Foxtrot. Here, shift.
57's the mic. Watch 57. All you get is...
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Mike, it's our time. It's our time.
One time.
Go. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Still going 4 down. 50's the mic.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Check. 53 Check. 53 You remember me. Let's go.
Go.
53's the mic.
One left.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
I'm coming for you.
Hey, 0.
Alert. Check.
Here's Wilson to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And all the way down to the 5. That one 28 yards on the ground. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
You don't want no problems with me.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Weathers. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Ready? Check.
Sunday.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 1st down, Weathers. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll try the left side. Weathers. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now Wentz. Under pressure, and he will go down. Set back at the 38. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Empty. Don't say nothing. Nice 57's run. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. 82. Don't be scared of it.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
My spot 4.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. Flushed out right. 1:50 left to go in the second quarter. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gun. Rip left.
Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Philly. 67 yards. They come out here in the eye. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. A final shot before half for Wentz. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Interception, baby. All day.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Flush to his right, and his pass incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Back. Hey, check 24.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Jackson to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
He's checking.
Check.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Push him back.
From the gun, it's Wilson. This pass complete to Higgins. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
You're trapped.
Alert. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watch twist.
Alert.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Hey. Check 3. Hey. Delta.
Here we go. 50. Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
54 Mike.
Hey, keep it up.
Switch.
Tyson. Check 50.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He's got a first down past the 30. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That one good for 33 and a first. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Check 25.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 43-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
25, 25.
Showing it. Show.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Watch the slant. Mike, Mike's 50. He alert.
Now on 2nd and 16. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Higgins. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Christian McCaffrey with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it is 28-0. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And this is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
I got it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go.
Right. 280.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Front left. Hey, easy. Touch.
Here's McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Hey, alert.
6 guys.
SOS.
Wilson wants to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Good, tight. Go, 14.
50.
Wilson. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
14. One left.
Squeeze, double.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Duke Riley, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If he'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 0.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Let's go, baby. Return up. Let's get that.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
First and 10. Got it. 4-yard line.
Mike's 50.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
57. Mike, 57.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
46 down, man, 5-4. Here, go get him.
From the gun, it's Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards. The pickup, good for an Eagle first down.
Here we go. 280.
54 Mike.
Trey 15.
Kill.
Wentz now on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
50 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't.
4 down. Hey, zero.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I got you. Say
12. Gun.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
No pass. Run left. Go.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
I'm coming back.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Seahawks, the streak continues as they push their